What's up, guys and gals? Mirror Mask here. Headed down the driveway. Got my new audio recorder, the Tascam DR05X. The new one, not the first generation or the second generation of the DR5. It's the DR05X. It's the one that can also be used as a USB interface, which maybe might use that one day. I don't know. I mean, I do some audio recording, like podcast stuff, every now and then. So it's kind of cool that I could plug it up to the computer and use it as a mic as well, even though I don't think it's as good as my current setup for my podcast. But putting all that to the side, today's test is of my new audio recorder. I'm going to be doing two things. All right, first of all, I don't have a dead cat on my microphone. I'm using a double foam setup on it. I'm going to try that. Get up to wind speed here, about 60 miles an hour, 55, 60. So I've got that going, as well as I've got my settings dialed in on the DR5. You know, I see a lot of motovlogs about people using the DR5, and nobody ever talks about what their settings are. So I'm going to go through what my settings are right now on this DR05X. It'll work for the DR5, the DR5 second generation as well too. All right, I have it in mono. All right, I have it set to mono. I have my cutoff at 120, my low pass at 120. I have my input set at 0 for right now, but I may bump it up just to try it a little later, because I mean right now I'm at -16, -17 decibels, which is good. I mean, it's not too low, but it could be increased. But just in case the event that I go faster than 60 miles an hour, I want to have a little bit of headroom to stay below -9, -12. So somewhere between 0 and 10 is where you want to be on that. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. Sensitivity, where the low cutoff is, and your mic setup is the three main things you need to know about using an audio recorder for motovlogging and stuff. You can drop down if you want a little bit more of a rumble from the wind, not much, but a little bit. You can drop the low cutoff down to 80, but anything below 80 and your audio is just going to sound like crap. So right now I'm at, like I said, I'll restate my settings. My low cutoff is at 120. My input right now is at 0. My microphone is inside my helmet. I'm not using a dead cat, so you guys are hearing this without a dead cat on it. Maybe I'll try a dead cat on it later. I don't know. I did some tests earlier today, just some quick tests, and it did sound just fine without the dead cat on it. So I don't know, there might not even be a need for a dead cat on it right now. You can hear my bike just enough. As far as your bike audio goes, all right, it's going to be, I'll explain this. If you want to capture bike audio while also, you know, recording your voice while motovlogging, you're going to have two sources of recording. Like, it's just not going to work well with just one unless you're doing low speed. Like me, I'm sure you guys can tell, I live out in the country area, so like, you can't, you know, there's no 35, 40 mile an hour riding around out here. Like, you're going to have to stay with traffic. You're going to have to do speed limits and all that stuff. You're going to be up around, you know, 50 to 60 miles an hour everywhere you go. So it's just a lot more wind. So I can't do the whole exhaust note and voice at the same time. Now, if you live in the city and you're, you know, 30, 35, 40 mile an hour everywhere you go, and there's no wind, you got buildings blocking the wind, all that kind of stuff, you can get away. Drop it down to 80 or maybe even 40. You'll have to do some tests with 40 and 80 on your low cutoff, and you should get a nice exhaust note included with your voice from the same microphone. But for me, the only way I'm gonna do it, I'd have to use a separate recorder and run one up under my pillion seat back here, and you know, put some foam on it and put a dead cat on it and all that, and have a separate audio recorder going for my exhaust. That's the only way. But me personally, I don't really care too much about recording a really good exhaust note while recording my voice. Maybe in the future I will, if I get a bike that sounds better. But I mean, to me, this bike just doesn't have enough low-end, you know, rumble sound to really want to capture it. You know, I mean, it's a good exhaust note, don't get me wrong. It's just, for me, it's just not something worth recording. Like a dual sport or a dirt bike or something like that, you know, that has a real grunty, meaty exhaust, like brap, 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 you know, like that'd be one you want to record. Or like a Harley or something, or a bigger, or like a sport bike with, you know, like Hyosung or something, like a 600cc, you know, 4-cylinder or something. You know, you want to record that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, go for it. Sound great. Now, if I had a different exhaust on this bike, I'd probably want to record it. Give it a little bit more bottom end grunt in the audio coming out of the, you know, the exhaust note itself. But anyway, that's just personal preference. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, man. I'm gonna turn around. This is super short. This isn't even a vlog, man. This is more of like, all right, I got this thing yesterday evening. I wasn't able to really use it. I ran some tests in the house kind of thing, but I wasn't really able to use it. And then I had to work today. And I got home, and man, all I wanted to do was just hop on the bike and run some tests and see what's going on with this thing, get some settings dialed in, and then put out a video showing, you know, my new audio. That's basically all I wanted to do today. I mean, the sun's going down. It's hot as shit out here. I don't like riding at this time of day when early in the morning when the sun's like right in your face, or late in the evening when you're riding into the sun's right in your face. Like, without a peak on my helmet, like with my dual sport helmet, my ADV helmet, you know, the peak, I hate riding when the sun's right there, because I can't get it out of my eyes. It just gives me a headache. But that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. You guys like the video, comment on the video, ask any questions, hit the bell for notifications, all that kind of good stuff. Coming at you from the top of the Hyosung GD250R today with the Tascam DR05X and my super secret microphone that always sounds amazing in wind noise. I'll see you guys in the next one. Leave any questions or comments, or like, let me know if you use a Tascam DR5 in your motovlogs. Let me know, you know, what settings do you guys use, because I feel like mine sound pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, I'm new to, like I said, I just got this thing yesterday, so I mean, any input's great input. I'll see you guys in the next one. Mirror My Scout, as always. Peace!